what are your goals now for outside of TNA? You know, I heard you talk about that you had prior, contact with AEW a few different times and things like that. I don't know if that's on the radar for you. Do you want to have another run on the indies to kind of recharge yourself up? You know, we're going to talk about Maple Leaf Pro here in a second. We've already seen you go in a bunch of places. You already talked about going to Ireland and stuff like that. What's on the map for PCO post TNA?
Well, the map right now is to help as much as possible put Maple Leaf Pro on the map, like across Canada and maybe the States. I think there's room for MLP in the States, at least along the border or somewhere, some markets. I think maybe it's not in Scott's cards, maybe he doesn't want to do that. Maybe I know we had many discussions and he feels like there's great talent in Canada. There's no radar for it. There's no scouts. There's no macro watchers.
Micromanaging.
Yeah, watching them. It's always you got to go across the border to get noticed, basically. And that was the same thing for all the European guys or the Australian people. They got noticed in Japan or they got noticed in the States. If you look at Walter Dragunov, they Timothy Thatcher. I mean, they got known on the indie circuit across, on this side of the South, the border, or in America for them. But yeah, so that's been always the formula to make it. If you're Canadian, everybody that made it big had to go on the other side, and I think Scott wants to give these great talents people chance to be noticed and maybe get signed with a larger federation eventually. But it's also great because I feel like Scott's got a good relationship with AEW. I want to help MLP as much as I can